Good morning, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Pull up.
Good morning.
Never. Come on.
Morning, Mia.
Mia, good morning, good morning, good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Morning, morning, morning. Morning, morning, morning. Morning.
Morning, Red Twin.
Red, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Red, just so you know, no karaoke tonight. I don't know. I answered that. No, no karaoke tonight. I had to do deodorant. My wife grabbed me today. And it don't stink. But it's a different aroma.
It doesn't go well with your body chemistry.
I might say that, but it's just different.
Okay.
It's different. Every time I turn my head, I get a little bit of wild wood. Okay, instead of what I was accustomed to, so it's just a little different. A little different. All right, we got 50 seconds. But yeah. How y'all feeling this morning, y'all? It's here. The weekend.
Thank you, Jesus.
How y'all feeling in these streets? Huh? Ooh, but you love me so. Never, never. I'm not singing y'all the songs because I can hear them. Yeah. It's your boy Big Frank in the building, man. It's going down. Fire 716 radio. Definitely a vibe.
Oh, we haven't said vivid in a while.
Fire 716, your boy Big Frank, elected the Big Frank in the morning. What is, what's up? I pray all is well. My homegirl Jake Cherie in the building. I just drinking water already. Just got started. How you feeling this morning?
I am here.
Oh,
it is Friday.
Right.
I am drinking my tea. That's
sipping on that scissor. Sip. No, she said tea.
It's no scissor. Yeah. But sipping on some Halls.
Got you.
Makeshift medicine ball.
Okay.
How you feeling this morning?
I'm good this morning. I had a good conversation with the Lord last night, and definitely put pressure on the Lord and on myself at the same time. But had a good conversation, and just
continue the conversation in the back room of the radio station.
Good stuff is gonna happen. We declared winning season is that time and all that good stuff, and if it's gonna be, it's gonna be. Which requires a new mindset, a new way of thinking, requires you to accept some adjustments you got to make in your own life. It's just what it is, but failure is just not an option. Even if it doesn't work, I succeed. So right. At this point, it's a different level, different platform, and me. I listen. Last night, me and Guy had a real, bruh. Listen, this is where I am. This is where I'm at. This is how I feel. This is what I just got going on. This is what your word said. This is what you declared. It don't look like, come on, now work here. Where we going? What we doing?
Right.
And just woke up in better spirits today. The last couple days was rough McGruff. But
my Lord.
But hey, I'm in a good mood though. I'm in a good mood. Those who are watching on Facebook and YouTube, talk to me. How y'all feeling?
Daniel said he's mad because he's stuck at home because of gas prices. We'll look forward to seeing you on Monday, Daniel.
Daniel.
If you was going, there was follow us because there's a story about people supporting people with gas.
Yeah, definitely. So.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Basha, good morning. Those who listen to the radio, part of my screen. I'm just told you, I talked to God. You had to come with the Lord.
More than Basha.
It's gonna be good and good. But listen, feel like when we get back though, we're gonna get to Big Girl Chronicles. That's gonna be crazy. It's going down 5716. Big Frank in the morning. What it is? What's up? Huh? What it is, party people? How y'all feeling on this good old Friday? Cheers to the weekend.
Good morning, Erica.
Erica, good morning. Why you so lit, so loud? Because I'm black and I'm proud, okay?
And he has to be, because I don't have much voice left.
You know, Lord told me to cry loud and spit out. Cry loud, I shout! And spit out.
This, I was like, okay, I gotta ration out this voice until Sunday.
Happy Friday. You know, gas prices is real, but you know, he provides. He definitely makes.
Gas is gas reminds me of 2008 when we had that whole Jordan Cliff situation and we were in a recession. Gas went up super high.
But you know, it did. But then it went down, and we were okay with $3. You know, we were okay with gas being $3 was just the normal. You know,
shut it down, Joe, just for a little bit. Just shut it down for a little bit, because during the pandemic, gas was like $3.09, $2.98. Shut down the world for a little bit. Let the gas prices go down.
Yeah, I got to fund this stuff out here, okay?
Huh?
They need their money back. And you know what was crazy is though, and I haven't researched it, so I really don't know for sure, that if we're not actively like involved, I think we are involved in the Ukraine situation. It is, even if we were not, I'm gonna say this as if I was president. Even if we were not involved in the war, because the war is happening, I would increase gas prices. Because your regulation will apply it to the war, but we need money. Okay, this is just, and I'm just playing with the situation because I don't know the details. I haven't read anything up in depth about it, but you know what? This is a good time. Let's raise gas prices right now. Why? Because there's war going on. Everybody knows that when war happens, gas prices increase. So let's keep the trend going, even though we're not applying it to the war.
Well, actually, they are. They've sent a lot of money over to Ukraine. Like, I think, like they said, like $90 billion like that to Ukraine. But I couldn't get another stimmy. I'm just saying. Like, you can send 90 mil and some troops, but I couldn't get another stimmy. Yeah. I'm just saying.
But you know.
Morning, Julia.
Because you know, I'm gonna say this will sound crazy.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out where they found 14 billion.
Because money isn't real. Okay, it's not. It is calculated false numbers. You will not never see 14 billion in cash. Literally.
Except over.
No, you're not going to see it in cash ever. You're going to see it in your account. You can operate off those funds, but you're not going to see $14 billion in cash on the table. You might get $1 million, but you're not going to see the billions in cash because money's not real. No, pretty much. And let me not get into like conspiracy theories and all of those things. But I think because we borrow money, we so in debt to people as the United States of America.
The worst credit of the world.
But we're the biggest bully. Like we're like, and the reason why we got money stashed for these emergency country in need help people, folks. So we're going to definitely give me slacking on my Mac. Definitely
sorry, the Humpty Hump came on. The intro just causes you to.
Yeah, so I think that what I'm talking about?
Money is real.
Money is real, but no, the fact that if we got allied, you gotta have that. United States has reserve money. We're already in debt, yes. I have money, but not for you. I have money, but it's not allocated for helping y'all get y'all stuff together in the communities. This is ally money. This is money set aside for situations just like this. And you know what? While I'm here, okay, I know it's not Money Making Monday. That is a good thing, okay? I'm not going to knock America for that. We can do better. I'm not knocking that. But I would encourage you to have reserved money. No. I have money for this, but I don't have money for you. But Frank, no. This is reserved. This is already accounted for funds that I don't have access to give to you because you're in need. We can pray, and we can intercede, and we can make a way. And God might release a thing for me, for you. But this has already been allocated for, and God is hoping to test that. Now, he tells you to, that's a different situation. If he ain't giving you instructions, that means I got money, but it's just not for you.
I feel like legit, in this case, my money's not safe in the bank. Like, I legit want to take my money out of the bank and lock it in the safe.
I'm trying.
Because
the bank, look at me in my little information. The bank, say you had $10,000 in the bank. Mm-hmm. You deposited Friday at 2:00, $10,000. That Monday, they're only required to hold for you in the bank maybe $2,000 just in comparison, or maybe even $1,000 in the comparison to just your account. Which means if everybody went to the bank to pull out money, it's not enough. That's why people have to make appointments now when you want to pull out large sums of money, because they got to bring that money into the bank to give it to you, because it doesn't exist in that bank. That's why they buy houses and give out loans. They got your interest trying to get back money that they lost. Yo, it's not real. I don't trust the bank. There's a process when you become your own bank. I don't know all the details about that, but that is something that Frank is looking into.
Daniel said we have great credit because we borrow a lot of money and we pay our bill on time. That creates growth weirdly.
No, come, rich dad, poor dad. Don't get out of here. Debt is not as bad as make it seem. I hear you talking. It's just when you can't pay your debt. Right. We have the great.
Because I was like, the little bit of money I have in the bank, pull that out. Put it in the safe.
No, I mean,
because it matters of war. If America actually enters into the war, they snatch your funds. You ain't snatching my little bit of money I got. Like, yeah. I'm taking my joint out, lock it in the safe.
Look at me talking about money, man. Now, God working in my spirit. I got some money pending right now, and I'm debating if I'm going to invest it. Because, you put it in the bank, you get compound interest, but they go to war, whatever. But at this point, I need to make some investments into a greater future. Like, who up and coming? What's building? Lord, lead me, guide me. No, the law in the bank is only liable for per account. Facts. Bank is only liable for $20,000 per account. Period. So no matter even if I got more in the account, only liable for that much. That's crazy.
But that's why I've been kind of watching the Ukraine-Russia situation, because if America enters, they're gonna be like, oh, this person got this kind of money in their account. We just gonna go on and take that. Like, you good. Like, they can actually legally go on and take your money. Nah, bro.
Even if listen, y'all think I'm playing. This sounds so cocky. God, don't judge me. Please don't try me. God, don't judge me. God, don't try me. But listen, if they want to take it, all right, say less. So yeah, unless you and then the process would be your own bank. Be your own bank. That's the process, but if they take it, God got to provide now. There's something they get paid. I'm gonna ride this car until they can repo it. I know y'all got GPS, but when you find it, can you get it? That's gonna be the question. Not if you can find it, but when you find it, can you get it? No. Y'all pay your bills. Okay, listen. Listen, because I'll put it up in the air somewhere, okay? Where is that on top of my roof? How you get up there? That's no question. It was the Lord, okay?
Put it in the garage. Put a lock on. You can't break into my stuff. That's illegal. So you gonna drive by this house every day and see that car in the window.
Mm-hmm. In the window. Where the car at? It's in the living room, okay? You tell me this is inside my home. But yeah, so the war, anything can happen. Can you imagine, even in a now generation, can you imagine living in wartime? Can you imagine, like right now, if they decide to drive over the falls, drop a bomb, and just take this whole border Niagara section out, and begins billows of smoke begins to just
I feel like I need to be exempt from this one just because of everything else my generation has been through. So we good. We good. Like, we good on that, Lord.
It's a crazy time. Like the movie Real. Like, couldn't imagine 9/11. I wasn't at 9/11. I seen it on television as a young kid. I watched that and like, wow, it was crazy. But then it's like, imagine like being in.
See, that's what makes me mad about 9/11. Is 9/11 could have been prevented. Mm-hmm. But when your family is in cahoots with the Bin Laden family, mm-hmm. you sacrifice lives because y'all was in cahoots. Because the day that 9/11 happened, President Bush chartered planes for the Osama bin Laden's family, mm-hmm. and got them out the country. Mm-hmm. You just jeopardized all these people's lives. You saw the warnings coming. You heard, like, they literally said, like, we're going to do this. Mm-hmm. And you ignored it, caused all these lives. But because you in cahoots with the Bin Laden family, you actually shipped their family out. Thought nobody was going to find out about it. And it was like, oh, our great country. Nah, nigga. Nah.
Here I go. You know who I am. I don't know the details. I just like being this person. Yeah, I'm about to get canceled before.
Can you wait till we get some clout before you get us canceled?
This will get us there. There's so many movies out here, and I can't base real life on movies all the time. But it's I don't know.
Fahrenheit 9/11 will change your life.
Yeah.
Because Michael, that's the one thing I do like about Michael Moore. I don't know how this caucus man gets this information, but like it's been verified by the government.
Yeah, and I'm not knocking the information. Even what you said, I don't knock. I do. Listen.
It's like, why can't Bush find Bin Laden? Because he friends with him. Like,
listen,
Obama came in and was like, dead. All the terrorists dead. Like, we ain't got this to do. But the Bush family had connections.
Money different, and then what they really got to offer part is destroying us, and what we had available. I don't know. Listen.
Julia said this is World War III.
And for like I said, you don't understand the seat until you sit in it. So it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, they probably grew up together. Because they come from Yemen and different places, and then they come down to Michigan, and then they get to the store and stuff. Bin Laden maybe wasn't always a Bin Laden. Maybe he was like a Bin Laden, hey, at the bodega, and then turn. I'm just saying. I'm exaggerating. No.
Wow, bro.
No. Listen, that.
If it's so Hulu, I need to check out Bin Laden's hard drive. Just the crazy thing is, he was in theory a good dad, just a terrorist. Like he's like, nah, I'm gonna put my kids in this secure wall. Like y'all not killing my family, but I'm about to kill everybody in America. Mm-hmm. Like, how are you a good father and still out here being a terrorist?
Because he might feel like America was. Listen, because America ain't nice. They foul, they crooked, they evil too. And he felt that. I don't condone his feelings, but I ain't gonna just say like America to treat everybody right. We have stole, we have overcome, we have destroyed, we have diminished, broken down, and we had to do whatever it takes to become what we are now. And that hit people the wrong way, and they're like, Nick. All right, you got 10 seconds. With 5, 4, 3, 2, man.
Beautiful, intelligent, and graceful.
J Street, it's on you.
What's good, everybody? You already know what time it is. It is Big Girl Chronicles, and on this fabulous Friday, I want to talk to the ladies about the matters of the heart. So, I was recently at an event, and we were talking about really just being the type of woman that looks for projects instead of relationships, and also talking about having this strong desire to be married and how we will go after it so much that we would jeopardize our heart and things of that matter. And it made me really pose the question to us: how desperate are we for love that we would compromise our heart? Let me explain. So I had a friend. I'm not gonna put the friend's name out there, but I had a friend who was so desperate to be loved because she didn't have acceptance growing up that she was in all types of relationships. She was in one person relationship, 2-person relationships, monogamous relationships. I'll explain what that is later. She was in girl relationships, it was just, I just wanted to find love. And she just, every time she would go into a relationship, she would get her heart broken. And we happened to have a conversation about a month ago, and I asked her, I said, why jeopardize your heart and the preciousness of your heart just to be in a relationship? And she said, my heart and my happiness is contingent on being in a happy relationship. And it broke my heart because I saw a place of brokenness with her, and I talked to her about some things and ministered to her. But oftentimes we let the matters of the heart and the desires to not be alone cause us to govern ourselves in a way that God has not called us to be. We were never meant to be desperate. We were never meant to be out here being in relationships just to find satisfaction. We were meant to be divinely connected to the person that God ordained for us to be in. So in this edition of Big Girl Chronicles, I admonish you to take a look at the matters of your heart and see if the matters of your heart are causing you to make bad decisions that'll change your life forever. Because we want you to exceed in 2022. We want you to be healed and whole. We don't want you to continue to compromise in a place that you're supposed to be living in your season of promise. Because you're beautiful.
Yeah.
You're intelligent. And you're graceful. You a big girl.
Yeah. Listen, the heart is deceitfully wicked. All right. Listen, that's we were credit. When we get back, we will get into the question of the day. Talk to us. Is love at first sight real? When we get back here on Fire. 716 Big Frank in the morning. Let's go.
Dale said, people fight war for resources. U.S. joins war for profit.
No, definitely.
They keep it going to place blame. Wow.
Right. Absolutely. Do y'all believe in love at first sight?
I'm curious to what the audience.
I walk by faith, and not by sight. I can't even see.
You are aggravated.
I can't even see. But do y'all talk? Do y'all believe in love at first sight? Before I give my opinions and my thoughts and my ideas, do you think you can see somebody and be like, "Oh yeah, I know"?
I believe in attraction at first sight.
Love at first sight?
I don't know about love at first sight.
The question is, what is love?
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more.
Oh yeah, like that.
I don't believe. It's hard for me to believe that a person can fall in love just at first sight.
I think a person, you said attraction, can be captivated at first sight. Yeah. I also believe that the energy or the vibe or the oil or the anointing, however you want to process that for yourself, that illuminates can be captivating. I also believe that there are people whose presentation and vibe can make your heart drop. Mm-hmm. I had my heart drop and felt like, oh my God, this girl. Only God loves like that. Infatuation is at first sight. You see potential at first sight, but not love. I don't think so. Okay, Daniel. Okay.
No, but I think he's right. seen somebody I've actually heard somebody, oh my God, it was love at first sight. I just saw him and we locked eyes. And like, I just knew, and then they got divorced.
Because you can know, because you can see potential. And I get it. And I guess I have to take the phrase and apply the reality to it. In other words, when I saw you, you captivated my attention so that I had a brief moment of a good projection of what this could be, and I fell in love with the idea of what that could be. And not necessarily that I can.
So it's love at first potential.
Very much so, because you're gonna make a judgment upon my arrival. Period. No matter who you are, you're gonna look at somebody and you're gonna see them. And some people, the presentation, the delivery, all those things, like, wow, yo, this is somebody, and legit spirit. I'm gonna say this again. You ever like it? Certain spirits attract certain spirits, and that's just the real thing. And that's not always a bad thing. That's not always a foul thing, but legit. I had to disconnect from the spiritual attraction that I had, because that wasn't for me. That was a distraction for me. So when I got married, I just stepped into a whole, whatever you said, and not necessarily to my confines and limitations, but love at first sight. You can call it that, but I think it's more of attraction and captivation. That I've been intrigued now.
Right.
I knew that this person was somebody. I knew that this person was somebody to be connected to. That this somebody I need to. Whoa, damn. Okay. But then love is tested. Love is tried.
Right.
If love isn't tested, love isn't tried. Love is in love.
And that's why I question the whole theory of having love at first sight, because love is a process.
That's the conversation you have. That's why I say, what is the characteristics of love? Do I see you and see me long suffering? Do I see you and then see me being charitable? Do I see you and see me being what love is? Right, at the first time. Some people got mental health challenges. Maybe just all in right away. But only God can love. Oh, that's good, Daniel. I can preach that. Because does God love? God loved at first sight. Because he first saw. Before the foundation of the world, he already knew. So, then, y'all want love. I don't think people want love.
I think people, sometimes I just feel like people want the convenience, I want to say, of love, but not the process. Because, like, when a person loves or whatever, like, you get the convenience of that company. Mm-hmm. You get the convenience of affection. You're not by yourself. Like, it's just like, oh, this person is loving on me. This person is doing things for me.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the hard aspects of love, then it's like, I don't want this. So you wanted the convenience of my company, but you didn't really, 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 really want love. Because love is not, falling in love is easy. Maintaining love is hard.
I tell you, if you can fall in it, you can fall out of it, child. I choose love on purpose. I'm not here to listen. If you can fall in it, you can fall out of it. But to choose love on purpose means that you have to do things on purpose to sustain, maintain, and then embrace who that person becomes next. Because the person I am today is the person I'm going to be tomorrow. Ever evolving, ever changing. That's life. Can you love those changes? Can you love those evolving? Can you love the ups and the downs? The good and the bad. The happy and the sad. You're gonna love me.
So let me ask this, because I've heard this before. Is it harder? Okay, how can I word this? Does it take a man longer to fall in love, even if he gets married when he actually loves? Like, you love Tyra, but even after you get married, you're falling in love with her.
That's different because. Go ahead.
So, like, is it more challenging, or do you think it takes a longer period of time for men to get to that place than they do women?
It all depends on what that woman offers, all right? Because mind you that there's conversations, there we meet, what we see, we like, the possibilities of what this could be. But when so, bam, I love you, yeah, we're in love, you love me, I love you, yeah, boom, let's go, we're getting married. But what happens is that person exposes even more in marriage of themselves. Mm-hmm. So that's another level of love or acceptance, if you will. But then that person changes. For even my wife, pause here for a brief moment. There are men that look for a trophy, and that's a hard situation. Mm-hmm. Because being a trophy is just like, oh yeah, you're beautiful, you're cute, but you really don't have. You're good for public appearance. And not really home maintenance in a life like that. Right. But when a woman provides to her husband or in the home, he begins to fall in love and he has a better understanding of her struggles because he's there. A better understanding how she perseveres because he's there. So not only am I love you, but I'm falling more in love with you because you're exhibiting things that you're very strong. I need this, I see this, and you aid to him, he aids to you. So it's just more important. And that person change. She's trying to change.
Daniel said, no, it takes him longer to fully, wholeheartedly trust.
That's a real word.
I love pretty early in a relationship, but I trust in levels.
Because trust depends on how open you are. If you do not trust, you cannot truly love the depths of a person.
So why, and this is just for guys, why would you commit to marriage without being in love?
Because love is, I'm not going to this one. Love isn't enough. The fact that I love you doesn't hold the weight of the fact that I can trust you. It sounds crazy because I can love you as a person. I love you. We good together. We laugh and fun. But if you're not, when I'm weak, you can't be my strength. What is love? If I'm down, I need to be held up, and you can't hold me. Why am I here? Or when it ain't gotta be a bad thing, and when you don't exhibit the qualities to be a good mother, or even, and I'm saying, and I'm not talking about just gender roles or whatever, but providing and being there, finding our balance. If we're not that, love isn't enough. Love will have you sit at home cuddling in the bed watching TV all day. Okay, that's cute, but for me, if I love you, I gotta get out and work. But so it's like I have to see more than the butterflies of love. So yes, I love you, but you as a person, the more that you, how can I say this properly? The more that you evolve, the more in love I can fall. Because we want companionship, we want somebody to be there, and either I'll tell you what I told my wife. I just put us on blast all the time. If you ever become unwilling, this doesn't work. If you leave God, this don't work. That's your responsibility is just to be willing to go with the flow. This is how I live my life. But Tyra is an amazing mother. Tyra is a good wife. Tyra is learning and evolving and doing things. So as she does this, I fall in love with her more and more. But if I just love her just on a regular, and she never evolved, the moments that I'm frustrated, this is gonna be good. The moments that I'm frustrated or aggravated or going through a thing, it isn't the fact just that I love her that I keep going. It's the fact that she possesses the qualities that I need to be successful together as a unit. So even as this moment might be frustrating, we're gonna keep pushing. So,
because I've heard that a lot. Be like, because I married her because I love her, but I didn't fall in love with her until a year or two later, and hearing that is kind of you played roulette a little bit because it was you fell because just as I'm not going to generalize all of them. I say for me, I won't feel comfortable marrying you if I wasn't in love with you. That and for me, that's I've seen you're ugly. I've seen you're raggedy, but I've seen you're amazing. I've seen all things that encompass you, and because I've seen all that in you, it makes me fall in love. You ever
hear a man say? You ever hear we talk about men talk about we know when somebody's the one for life. We know what that is that we see, and we always say we had the whole conversation about potential, right? We see characteristics that will make you a great companion to me. Granted, okay, I can see her part of my life. I can see me part of her life. I can see us together. I can see it happening. So, yo, this might really be the one. I love her. Great. But to see it, and then to see it, because to be able to project it and see qualities just because we were rocking out, but to see you evolve into this woman, to see you on another more intimate basis, because now we're in the same home, to see you persevere through hard times, to see you go through, to see how you navigate and how you move, because if we do things the proper way, we see the end result, we see what you put together going on, but when we're inside, whoa, she does this. Whoa. For example, my wife giving birth to Trey, crazy. Watching my wife navigate through that, and as hard and difficult as it was for her first pregnancy, whoa, another level of love goes there.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, I've entered the door of love, but I'm just it's getting deeper for me. It's getting deeper. Not saying that I'm going to use that potential to be, but no, there's a level of love in the courting phase that I have for you in the dating phase, okay. But and even in fiance and marriage, but as a husband, and us going through this, and now what? You expose money, bills. I expose myself how I navigate. You expose yourself how you navigate, and you can fall in love with the fact. Oh my, she got crazy strength. Like yo, she really does this for real. I heard her say it, but seeing it, you can fall deeper into love.
Because I can marry someone I trust to a degree with my things and my children and part of myself. I don't need to trust you with my deep stuff because most men hide those things, which is very discouraging.
No, because y'all really want to.
Because I feel like, granted, we don't tell each other everything, but if we're married and there's things that you feel the need to hide from me, like. It would, like, for the average woman, it would cause insecurity. If we're married and we share a space, we are intimate, we talk. You know about my crazy family, I know about yours. You know about some things that happened in my childhood, I know about something. Yeah. Why would you hide things from your mate?
Because you don't know everything. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not. There's certain things that happen. It's not that it's sneaky or that it's foul or it's disrespectful or it's degrading to you or no. There are some things that I'm just not going to go talking about concerning me. And I'm going to figure out how to navigate through this successfully and then be okay. Because like I told y'all, a few weeks ago, I got a note talking about you owe this for rent for this spot. Like, God, you got to show her and make a way. But I asked the Lord, am I going to tell her? Am I going to tell her? Because don't worry about the burden. I'm not going to put this burden on you. I'm not going to put this weight on you. I'm going to take care of it. Okay? Y'all don't want to tell her because I had to tell her to prove a faith point for no other reason. Okay, there's no idea. Okay, so I had to tell her to prove the faith point. Though I had my faith, I told her, and she had, why would you? She had a little moment. I said, all you're required to do is to believe. You believe with me? She said yes. And less than 10 minutes later, we got the notice that things about to turn around. There were this things like that, but there's also some real personal things that we have to battle inside ourselves that really you're not gonna like this faith. They don't always require your input.
But why? So why does it automatically assume that we need your input? Maybe we just want to be there to listen.
It sounds good, but y'all don't.
That's not always true.
I'm just saying that sounds good because sometimes I don't need you to do nothing. And that's just, and it's not that I'm just trying to hide nothing that you're not capable, but something we legit just want to work out internally within ourselves because the women's point of view and thought process is different than a man. I might say, man, I'm just trying to think of something random. Maybe I'm struggling with dad issues or whatever the case may be. All right, cool. So I'm having a day in a moment, but I'm working on this project, whatever. There was wrong, nothing, I'm good. Because I don't want to necessarily involve you in the fact that I'm having me a dad moment. I just want to go ahead and be okay. Give me this good moment. I'll be good when I be able to do it. But then I tell you, your dad issues, you might bring it later on. Now no, not talking about it. Like, because it's not that I don't want to deal with it. I'm processing, I'm dealing with it. That was the day, that was the moment. We're okay. And this is what I'm doing to handle it. And I got this. Not necessarily always feeling a need of necessary to always expose or reveal the challenge of it. So sometimes you just don't do it. And every woman isn't the same. Every woman isn't. Some women like to dig, and that's aggravating sometimes. Stop trying to dig into a place. No, stop. But not that I don't want to talk about it, but right now isn't the time. Oh, but well, I just want to know. No, you don't want to know. One night, the day was it was a rough day. It was just so rough. I go home, I just want to shower and go sleep. Just don't. Say what's wrong. Nothing, babe. We'll talk about it later. I'll let you know. For now, I just want to. But you never just come home go to sleep. I know. Now it's bothering me. I know. I don't want to talk about it right now. But she kept pushing and prying. Not right now. I'm going to sleep. Now she hurt. Is she mad? Why didn't you just say that? Because right now I don't want to have the discussion. Then we talk in the morning. It's not even as bad as it was. Yeah, because I told you I didn't want to talk about it. Respect that. So I need you to wait. That's it. I didn't want to talk about it at all. Mm-hmm. In this moment, I just want to go to sleep. I just want to shower and go to sleep. It's been a heavy day today. Damn. So those moments now go forward. She doesn't have a moment. We talk about it in the morning. But it's like every woman isn't the same. So every woman doesn't have that wisdom that, okay, I see you need a moment, whatever. And I don't know, so everything is different.
Daniel said, our feelings will complicate the situation, may cause issues. I tell women, don't dig into a man, you have to let him open up.
Absolutely. I agree.
Like, I feel like me going into training to be a therapist,
yeah.
Just like because I have very similar qualities. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like my husband may be like the exact opposite. Be like, babe, what's wrong? And I'm just like, I'm good, bro. And like, babe, what's wrong? Like I feel like I may attract the opposite because I'm the type of person like when it's really heavy, I don't really have nothing to say. I'll just come in. Like my dad. Okay, so my dad, y'all know my father. Yeah. If you don't know him. Y'all gonna be instant friends if you do, because but like I got in the car because my dad still helps me grocery shop and stuff like that. He was like, "Just you okay? I'm good." Cause you real quiet. I'm good. Mm-hmm. Like, well, you know, Jeremiah 20. I'm good. Mm-hmm. Like, I need you. Hear me. Right. Like, right. I'm good, and like I had to give him like the look, like, bruh. Yeah. Drop it, and then but a couple days later we had to talk about something. He was like, "What's going on with you the other day?" And I was just like, "Dude, I miss my spiritual father," and I did feel like talking about it. But like, I feel like because my mind is, I understand my need for space. Yeah. So like, whoever he is, I'm gonna be like, if I see him like, "Babe, you all right?" I don't feel like talking about it. Say less, and like just kind of like walk off because I'm like. I'm the same person, and but also like being like training to be a therapist, like you learn not to push people, like, and it's kind of just like if they just say they really don't want to talk about it, right? You don't talk about it because if you do, you gonna aggravate your client and they don't ever want to come back. Like I don't want to talk about this right now. Okay, right. So what do you want to talk about? Right. Like
this is just done right now, and for men, we don't always. And then I'm not gonna hold you. Sometimes I hear what y'all want to hear. Yeah, you know, if I tell the story about going to the barbershop and a girl said yada 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 about yada yada, and then I can see the story about what the barber said. And I'm just saying it's a scenario. You trying to remember who the girl? I don't know who the girl was. I don't care about who the girl was. The point is telling that part because that part of the story triggered what the barber said. That's what I want to eat you. Then I said, then he's trying to figure out who was that.
That's a blanket statement for all women. We are not all like that.
No, that's just everybody, but it's just like what?
But that shows insecurity. That's for me. That's an insecurity thing. If you tell the story and there was a female input in the story, but it wasn't the main purpose of the story, why are you so worried?
Why did you tell me you was going to the barbershop? Girl, I was driving. Me and my wife all the time. Why didn't you tell me? Babe, your husband is very spontaneous. I give the unction, I make a call, and I go. Okay? So I was driving. Somebody called, see he was available. He was available. He said, pull up. I pulled up. Why didn't you tell me you went to Chick-fil-A? Listen. I was driving the Uber. I went to Uber. I go over there. So I just went. Bam. I was like, keep moving. Hey, the best thing you can be is with me.
But on her side of it, she is tired because she got two in the oven and Trey. Like 3 people.
You doing what she was doing?
So you got like 5 people in one little space. The Trey got all the personalities, every single one of them. Just real friendly and happy, real I ain't got you to do, and real I'm sick of being in church. Like he got all the personalities. So you got like 5 people. I get it. You tired. You carrying 2 kids. You don't feel like getting up and going nowhere.
Mm-hmm. But,
it's gonna be an ugly
right, and then just be mad at me because I'll be gone. Going at 6 in the morning. I get back home today. Well, I get back early today, but I'll be gone. Why didn't you check? I was
Man, listen, been there, gotta understand. I just flew through the day. I don't make plans on purpose.
No facts. Like my day just be like, oh man. So there's certain key things I gotta do. Like I do the race, this, then I do the chiropractic joint, but then okay, I gotta go over here and do this. All right, I'll do that. Oh man, I'm gonna get this. Oh, why didn't tell me you was going by? You go real quick. And I tell you all the time, it's route time too. It's route time, dude.
I do not feel like going to work today. I just want to be in the bed recovering. Can you hear us now, Erica? No, Erica said couldn't hear what you said. Can you hear us now?
First, I want to say credit your boy Big Frank, like to the Big Frank in the morning. What it is, what's up? It's going down. Listen, the question of the day.
Yes.
The question of the day is love at first sight real? Is seeing that person for the first time so captivating and so in love, where you're willing to die for them and sacrifice him?
I wish y'all could see the faces he was making behind I believe attraction at first sight.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely real. I don't quite know about love because love is a process.
Yeah, and that's it. I think that the idea or the concept of love at first sight is your phrase of attraction, and also seeing the potential in somebody, and just the energy that they give off. You know, I think that's really what that is. I think the levels of what love is. You know what? Yeah, I don't know. You got to be somebody who's kind of special to be like, I saw you, and I'm just willing to suffer for you long term.
When I first saw you,
I said, "Oh." But it's like,
even though you was jive
right,
talking to Effie,
right? Because like I said, I had my moments when my heart dropped, and and people may have defined that. Oh, you fell in love? No, her beauty was so captivating for me, and just her. So her being captivating, beautiful, and then her just not being sedity or uppity or acting bougie, just being regular, had just caught me off. Just had my heart drop. Bam. Yo, who is she? In my mind, I was Luther Vandross. Excuse me, miss, what's your name? Where are you from? Can I come? Possibly. And then she stopped showing up on the bus. And I'm like, oh, that's my moment.
Erica said, I think love at first sight can be real. It's rare. I mean, I get, I don't know, because I don't know if it was love at first sight, even with our leaders.
Yeah.
Because she really had him to do.
Right.
He was feeling her, but she was just like, nah, bro, everything you got to say to me, you can say to me at church.
What's that song about? I've been captured by your love, I can't explain. Somebody has a wedding song.
Because, I feel like God would have to tell me like, yeah, give him a shot. Because like attraction is not always like. Because I've met some very attractive people who were revelations.
I heard somebody say. They said that America messed up, or the black culture messed up when they began to marry for love. And when he said that, he was saying that you're marrying based off of how you feel and the feeling and emotions, and not based off of what you guys add or do to each other as pertains to. He said the benefit of the arranged marriage was that this family's success and this family was successful, and to keep that legacy of success going, they will arrange for their daughters and their sons to get together because the goal was that you will add this. They will try to make up the components that will add to them to keep a legacy of success going. But now that we start marrying for love, we start to accept all kind of stuff. So I said that was a different angle and a viewpoint just on that whole situation. But
I don't believe in arranged marriages.
I'm not against them. I'm not against them. I'm not necessarily for them. It's like whatever, float y'all boat.
Because like based on my dad, I wouldn't want to choose my husband.
So
because my dad friendly with everybody. Like he tried to hook me up with the guy who was letting him rent cars for him. like I don't. If I had like a strict, like if my father wasn't so social, and like he was kind of stricter with it, I would probably be like, okay, I would trust you. But like you trying to be with the enterprise guy, and you know nothing about it except his first and last name. It's like he rented you a car for like a month. He may have bodies in the basement, bro. Like
yeah.
And then some arranged marriages are gross. Like a 60-some-year-old man with like a 18-year-old girl.
I have a beef with the age situation. Because I feel like the pastor was that just a few days. Yesterday, I think that when it comes down to more so pedophilia in its authentic self and knowing that detail, absolutely disgusting. For me, I think that I never thought arranged marriages, not even to be arranged to the degree of my how can I say it? When the guy was talking, he was talking to the degree of. It didn't seem perverted in his delivery. It didn't think of, oh, he's 70, I want his 50-year-old girl, or nothing like crazy like that. But to know that, okay, listen, let me bring my family with your family because I know that, listen, this is what I have. This is what they have to offer. Let them be able to get the inheritance of what we have, give it to our children, let them unite together and go ahead and grow. And I'm not saying that there's love in that. I'm not saying you fall in love with that. There's different components in every way, but we're falling. If love is, I'm not gonna like me for the statement, and I really don't care. Is love by itself enough?
No,
not at all. So then what? So you need love and what?
You need love, compatibility, and a plan.
So, if you're trying to marry for love alone, you'll do yourself a disservice. Oh, I love you, and I love you. Oh, no, what do we ask each other? What do we bring to the like? What is that?
Right.
So I think there's when you talk about marriage and really uniting, what does that look like? And is that person willing to surrender? Are you willing to surrender yourself for love? And if not, marriage shouldn't be your situation. That's just the real thing. But listen, when we get back, we're going to into some hot topics going down right here with Big Frank in the morning. Jay Cherie in the building. Yes. Right here on 5716. Let's go. But, if you're not willing to compromise and rearrange or readjust in love, for love, and be successful, marriage should not be single.
But see, that's the thing. Like the reason why I didn't do like certain arranged marriages because like, especially in like India and things of that nature, like they could have a suitor who had, like I said, was in his 40s or 50s. But when a woman first gets her period, they say she's eligible for marriage. So she gets her period at 14, 15. Okay, you're gonna get married now. So this man is wealthy. I'm married, and she's like, I'm 14, I'm 15. Like for me, that's what put me off to arranged marriages. Yeah. Like because it was like you based it. If she was an early bloomer, got it at 13. Okay, you married off a 13-year-old girl.
It's I get it, and it's very distasteful and very hurtful for me to hear that. But I'm gonna say this, and y'all will see him, and I'm I don't agree with it at all. That the psychological and the mental effect of it is something that I probably have to dig into, even for them. But that there are people who don't have the westernized culture, They don't have that for us. And I'm gonna say this from a point of view of, it sounds crazy, I know, that if they were they've been taught that, they've been trained and taught that. Not saying that's okay, but in their mind they don't have the pedophilia disdain in some of those cultures like we do. They don't. Man, I think that's crazy, but they don't. Like I said, I don't agree with it. And when I think arranged marriage, I think same age bracket kind of situation.
Yeah, all of them are not.
Yeah,
like
so
that. Because I watched documentaries on it, and there was like girls who were 14 and 15 when they got married off, and they were like begging their parents, like, please don't make me do this, like, and it was just like, you got your period, you're eligible, you can have kids now, you need to get married, and like, some of them were ostracized because they fled from the marriage, or they found a way to come to America. So they because that's not something they want. She was like, I was a child. Why would you do this to me? I was a kid. Like my mind wasn't mature. Like I was 15 years old. Like
and that's the challenge between who teaches who, because like I told you,
because they teach the girls, you'll learn to love him.
Right. Like
you'll learn to. And she was just like, I didn't want that for my life. But it was like more like, oh, we grew to the point that we're cool. Yeah. Like
because you understand, and this is the bittersweet thing, because a lot of times your parents are only reiterating what they were taught and how they were trained, how they were brought up. So for them, they don't see the disdain in it. They don't see, oh, it's for the greater good. And granted to the parent, maybe it worked out for them and them, but it's not. This is why I say every story isn't the same. Every layout isn't the same. It's just not the same, and it's just not the same. I think that is very. If you're going for somebody who is underage, underdeveloped, and that young like that you shouldn't be as an adult engaging in it. It's just disgusting, just unacceptable. My mind doesn't comprehend it.
Yeah.
But when
I was for them because of the history of why they did it initially. Right now, I would be for it as long as the age was close and the connection was there. If I picked out the person and they hung out since childhood, built a friendship of sorts, I wouldn't mind. Yeah. In some places they're betrothed as kids. Mm-hmm. Like they're family friends, and they just grow up and it's like, oh, by the way, you're gonna be marrying that person. That I definitely see, but a lot of cultures I've seen where it's like as soon as she got a period, oh, okay, you ready to marry? Okay, well this man is wealthy, but mom, he's 50, but he's wealthy. He'll take care of you.
And then and just based off of where they are, it's because you have to think, number one, they're taught differently. So the lesson and the presentation of what they're taught is different. It's not westernized. It is not Americanized. It's just not. So there's that element to it. But then wherever place of poverty that they may lie into. And I don't agree. I'm just tapping into a mind that as my child, and this is what I'm gonna say, not that she's an adult, not that you are not at a childbearing situation, for your way of escape or your way of victory, I'm gonna give you to him because he has the means to take care of you, or you're gonna see her struggle with us. And I'm not saying I agree.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to tap into the mind. And that would be a good thing. That would be a good study to do, or to look just how, because we over here we are colonized, and we are, and rightfully so. And I'm not even against it to a degree, because certain things, if you didn't know, but there's people in backwoods, people in villages.
She said only know the Japanese and Chinese.
But that's not the
Caucasus. That's not always. That's like Indian.
Yeah, yeah.
Not no
feathers. Go to the bathroom, be right back. But
yeah, that's not the Caucasus.
Right.
I mean, in some Jewish cultures, they did have arranged marriages, but the whole menstruating at 14 and 15 and getting married, that's in India and those areas right there. So yeah, that's not the Caucasus. That is not the Caucasus, but yeah. Yeah. But I don't always like I said agree with the arranged marriage thing. Think, give them an opportunity to find love for themselves. But I get it, you want your child to be financially stable. I mean, I get that, but at least let them be of age, you know what I'm saying, before marrying them off.
Right. It's just, that's every culture in our religion.
Yeah.
They teach different. So some people don't have the pedophile limitation. They don't see the age gap. No, that's crazy. Like in our minds, we have that. They're not necessarily taught that. Not saying that's correct or that,
right.
But we can't. And this. I'm praying for you, Jess. I'm praying for you in your calling and your endeavors, because this is the part we have to unlock somebody's mind. Like, why? Like, why did you do this? Like, why didn't you have the inkling to stop, or why didn't you have the inkling to not go this way? You about to do a preacher in the church, and I ain't gonna hold you. Right? Yeah, but
unlike I submitted the last part of my master's degree application yesterday, and meeting with my counselor, she said to me, because she was reading my letter of intent. My letter of intent stated, I was going to be a therapist. My specialty, I was specializing in therapy for church leadership. Mm-hmm. And she was like, well, there's kids out there that need therapy too. Why wouldn't you do kids? And I was explaining it to her, and I said, unlocking and understanding the mind of someone who is in tune to God, but also in leadership, is a different thing. Yeah. I said, because you're not just, I go to church, and I'm not downplaying people who just go to church, so don't get sensitive on me. Like, I'm not downplaying people who just go to church. I said, but people that go to church, they deal with their own stuff. You live in this life just to live again, but you're not in elevated leadership. Mm-hmm. You go through your own thing. I said, then there's the level of what you go through as a minister, because you're elevated in a certain aspect. Then there's a new level of when you get elevated to an elder in the spiritual aspects that go. Then there's a new level with being a pastor. Then there's a new level being an apostle. I was like, there's different levels, and unfortunately, the mental wearing on your mind because you're governing over people is different. And I said, and this is why pastors are killing themselves. And I said, but also I have to look at the culture of people and what they came from, because there are pastors out there who was like, well, this was done to me and this seemed to work, so I'm gonna do this and implement it into their ministries. And then they have a bunch. If I've denied your call 3 times, that means I'm not answering. Like that didn't see nothing wrong because that's something they grew up in church with, implemented in their church, and now they damage people because it worked for them. Yeah. But it's not like, I was like, and she was just looking, she was like, well, good luck. And I'm like, I said, but when you're not called to it, it seems like a lot. Yeah. I know I'm called to this. Right. So, and I study mind and human behavior. That's why a lot of times at church, I be quiet. Because I just like.
And you know what I have, which is probably why I got my thoughts away, I think is, and this is just a fresh release. No, because I have grace. And grace finds grace finds you windows and doors to escape. Not giving you excuses, but really like, how did you get here? Right. So, and I think that's how I always say I'm the antagonist. But I think when I am a factor called grace that, like, no, there has to be another way to
right.
look at this or whatever. But definitely, but when you're called to that, I'm definitely playing for you. Because when you start unlocking minds, and you going that route, you're talking to people who are spiritual and on both sides of the spectrum. It's definitely a
It's interesting. Like just the conversations I've had, so I'm not gonna put the business out there, but somebody came to me and was like, I have this habit, I don't know why, and like immediately I got a download about it. And I was just like, okay, this is why this is this way. Yeah. And it was just like, because I think that way. Mm-hmm. Like, and I was like, oh no, so let me explain to you why this something so simple bothers you in your mind. And it was just, later on I had to minister to them and help them get it free and stuff like that. But it was just like, how did you? Because I study the mind. I study psychologically. I study what trauma can do to the mind, but I also understand the spiritual aspects of it to a certain degree. And as God decided to elevate me, I'm going to understand more. And plus, leadership just doesn't have that safe place. Mm-hmm. I've seen people drop names to make money. And it's like, oh yeah, I did counseling for this person. First of all, I hope they sue the life out of you. Or they won't say the name, but they'll kind of like, this major leader in Atlanta. Yeah. You like, for real? So, continue to keep praying because it's a lot. But she just looked at me. She was like, oh, good luck. Like, because that seems like it's hard. Yeah. It is.
Yeah. I want Russian means. Go to my Dominican spot today. Not random. It's just.
Oh, your wife told you going to the Dominican spot?
I'm not going. I'm dropping the raw and I'm going. I'm gonna take Trey to go see who
Sesame Street.
Yeah, Sesame Street.
He get to see Elmo, his main man.
Her, my mom going, and I've been trying to go to the Dominican spot for 4 days. Fact. What y'all got planned for the weekend? I want to go up, but my wife's pregnant, so I can't leave it like that. Oh, I got a book signing to go to tomorrow.
Yeah, I can't make it because I'm gonna be with Lady B in the morning. The organization I'm connected to is doing a fish fry. Mm-hmm.
On Saturday?
I can't say who they are because they're not paying for advertising, but yeah, they're doing a fish fry. I'll inbox you the flyer.
Okay.
But yeah, they're doing a fish fry, so I'm gonna be with them for a few hours. Gotcha. I may be doing some deliveries, and then I'm going and shut in with the Lord compared to my Daniel said work.
Work. I got a funeral that morning. I don't think I danced Saturday. I should find out. They gotta do my last DJing situation. And then after that, I'm going to the club, turn up with a 40 shot of, for the
yes. Get some Henny for the Lord. Henny for the Lord. Henny for the Lord.
I was never a hard.
Henny is disgusting. I'm sorry. Like, Henny and Cavassier are two of the nastiest drinks I've ever had, besides Jaeger. And Jaeger just made me want to die. Like,
I don't think I ever had any sand. I think I had vodka. I was sipping on vodka.
That's why I never offered you nothing to drink. We used to come to Peach's house because you didn't know what you was gonna be drinking. You got cakes and cookies. And she was like, they believe in Jesus for real. We got nothing around it.
I think
taking their spirit.
After a couple of street running and doing all that stuff, I go all over it. And then my family alcoholic, so I was never a fan, really, of alcohol more so. Mm-mm. And then I told you, I am disgusted with a intoxicated woman.
Yeah.
Just it's so bad.
Are we coming in after?
No. This is that long break. This is that from 8:50 to 9:10 break.
Okay. Real talk. The event I went to yesterday, we were talking. It was a really good event. They're not paying for advertising, so but I asked a question about how do you block out the noise after God leads you to publicly give your testimony? And so I was given wisdom. Mm-hmm. And, you know, like, I was just like, you know, my testimony was kind of challenging. I said, not for the world, but for church people. Mm-hmm. And so gave a little clip of my testimony. Afterwards, girl walks up to me and was like, hey, you remember me? So, you know, my heart dropped real quick. For like 30 seconds, I was like, no! Like, I was so scared. She was like, you remember me? And I was just like, no. Like, she's like, I had right here. She was like, I used to go to this. Yo, we did this at Burnt Children. I was like, oh! It was somebody else actually cool with. Because I was about to run. I was about to run like, what about me, Jesus? Like, and like to see her like deliver and set free and change and how God changed her life. And I was just like, welcome to the Freedom Club, like playing around. But she was just like, man, how proud of you. Like, keep giving your testimony. Because we have mutual friends. Mm-hmm. And one of our mutual friends actually helped her through her deliverance process. And I was just like, it's sad, like, right after that. Like, after getting the encouragement how to block out the noise, the first thing I got scared of was like, you remember me? My first instinct was like, run. Yeah. I was just like,
you get the win at this point. You know what you're going to do. Huh? And listen, I told you never forget me. I was at the Black Tie Fair. No, girl, you remember me? She gave said dates and location. I said, oh, how you doing? Good. Me back over here. No, definitely. Definitely. After a while, you realize that. You realize, you know, what to tell, when to tell, and then you know those who need the more detail.
Right.
My most detailed testimonies. I don't know why I'm putting my hair together. Detailed testimonies have been at Denny's. You know, not necessarily behind the pulpit or the podium, but definitely, you know. But you'll be all right.
But no, I was just like, it was the timing. It was the timing because I was just like, when your life has finally been rid of a stalker, and this, you remember me? Oh.
But you know, God might Moses you. He might Moses you, so are you ready?
I don't even like the look on your face. That's kind of just
because you know Moses. Moses was where he was at. He went through what he had to go through. He got his education. He got what he needed. Felt compassion about those who were suffering. He was connected to them. Yeah. Then he ran for his life, and then had to go back and get the very things that he was running from. And the people like, you know, man, go back. I'm just go grab them. You know, because it's going to be the mystery of. I remember her this way. Now she's operating this way. How? Remind you that it's in the mystery. That word changed my life.
Yeah.
It's in the mystery of. Not her, girl. She was just, you know. No. I thought I heard my neighbor giving that. I was about my eyes shut. All right, everybody get into these hot topics in a minute. Legit, a minute.
I really, really, really don't want to go to work study right now. My body is saying go home and rest. Oh, that's what that is. My dad gave me this. He was like, this is for you. Keep it on your key. He messed around. Gave me a little portable oil container. That is funny. A portable blessed oil container. You can put on your key ring.
Can't touch this.
Oh, that smells good.
No.
Out here anointing people on the low.
Oh! Fire 716 Radio, your boy Big Frank, like the Big Frank in the morning. I'm home with J. Shree. Still rocking with me, man. If you're just now tuning in, it's 6 minutes past the top of the hour. It's going to be high today of 60, man. Listen, y'all better embrace this.
Listen.
This is when it's gone.
Embrace it in wisdom. Stop wearing shorts, y'all.
Yeah. You know what? I do have some, I don't use this word, some Caucasus Mountain behavior. Because I'm not going, I'm looking at my shorts like, yo, hey,
Bruh, not.
I watched. I'm that kid. I watched watching the other one. The other one. I'm pretty sure it's on real quick. Can't go.
Because yesterday, like, I went and got a car wash, and I have never seen so many shorts. I said, y'all, it's literally gonna be 40 in about 2 hours. Like,
because sometimes the cab don't get cold. Okay, I'm not gonna hold y'all. My toes might get a little upper body. Oh, I'm cold. Them calves, one leg up always. Oh my! Put that leg down. Let my calf breathe. It needs some attention too. I got these guys. These are strong. Holding up this pressure. All right, let's get these topics. Okay. Pastor Brian Carr gives $10,000
worth of gas.
Worth of free gas.
Yeah.
And be more?
No. He gives $10,000 worth of free gas to 300 drivers from his church. So they was pulling up, and he was passing out gas cards.
Gas cards. Wow. He about to preach a revival coming up soon.
Yeah, I bet you he is.
$2. I'm not. But Pastor Dwayne Dawkins of the Praises Tabernacle has video surface of some sexual activity.
And it's same sexual activities. Yeah. Because there was rumors about it.
Dwayne Dawkins. Dwayne. I'm gonna know about it. Dwayne Kirk and Jesus.
You are funny.
Yeah.
Not Hawkins.
Dawkins. From the Dawkins to Dawkins?
You are aggravating.
No, from Praise.
But yeah,
I swear Google be listening. I just put it past. Guess we have to Dwayne Dawkins. Okay.
That is funny. But yeah, he has some videos surface up, and it's a little awkward.
Dang.
Because like I said, it was a rumor for a while. Like, he may have been participating in some activities.
That's crazy.
But there he's on video. Like, you know what? I'm gonna say this, and this sounds terrible as a minister of this gospel. If you gonna be sleeping around, stop letting them videotape you.
I never understood. This is just for sin overall. I never understood to publicize, record sinful.
Because it said he and his wife, along with their boys, live in Atlanta, and will be forced to walk through this together as a family, or separately as a family. But then that also makes me wonder, because it hasn't gotten a lot of attention. Have we made it socially acceptable for same-sex activities for pastors?
I don't think so. I don't think, unless you first man, first woman church, first man.
And there's a lot of them.
Yeah, but I don't think it's gotten as much clout just because right now other people are trending to just putting up with Kanye. I think they're just priority right now. But most likely, your boy Larry will probably jump on this.
Oh, he already did. That's where I got the post from.
You know what I mean? So
he's already put his input out there.
Just get it out. Sometimes people just go with church. The LBGQ2 class A, B, C, D, absolutely. It'll be news. It'll be mainstream soon enough. That's what we do. But
speaking of your boy Kanye,
my boy Kanye has a word for Trevor Noah and blocked from Instagram for 24 hours.
So basically, what happened with Kanye is that Trevor did nothing. Trevor Noah was just doing his job. So he was making fun of his dialect. And he comes from a country where there's clicks. So and he started going, like coming for Trevor. And Instagram is sick of his crap. So they told him, you're banned for 24 hours. And if you keep trolling and you keep doing stuff to other people on Instagram, they're blocking him permanently.
Oh, yeah, it's not good. Can't stop Kanye. You can try it. You can block me, but can't stop me.
But of course, Trevor Noah being the comedian that he is, he came back, with some comebacks.
Yeah, it's the cost. Listen to me. As a comedian, it is a cost of doing what you do. Things that are relevant, things that are whatever, your delivery of it. Some people get offended. Kanye is not the first or the last. we get offended, and then.
But Kanye's just coming for dumb people now. Like,
anybody,
even Steve Harvey told Kanye, like, DL's not the one you really want to come for, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not gonna hold you. Not.
If you're the Kanye,
no, I just, I think DL is funny, but I don't know DL personally, but he's just not that dude to me. I don't know. He's just not that top tier comedian to me. Though I understand the way he does comedy, and I've watched him do some things, but that's just my personal opinion, and it's fine. Not in Kanye, but just as a comedian, period. I just want somebody else talking about T.I. or whatever, and then T.I. had a clash back against this guy. He had to respond because what happens is, being a comedian, there's elements of truth in comedy, and if it's public, you're not exempt. And I'm so sorry if anybody wants to go laugh at it's just if it's public, it's up for comedic commentary, and then that causes you to feel how you feel. Then, but Trevor does what he does. Trevor's a good guy. Yeah, he definitely could do.
Everybody can offend Kanye at this point. Yeah. Nobody is exempt. This radio station has probably offended Kanye. He hasn't found our handle yet to talk about us. Right, it's all right. I'm gonna tagging him. Say less. Say less, Kanye. He coming for me because you defend him. I steady.
You got a friend. You got a. I'm done. Listen, let's go on. Don't we get back. Meet some local news right here on 5716 Big Frank in the morning. Y'all be blessed. Never stress. Say less. Let's go down.
Our numbers just dropped, boy. That's funny. I met Lindsay Nix yesterday.
Good. Lindsay, my girl.
She's amazing. She's real. Cause she was on the program, but like the name didn't click until I heard her sing. I was like, and so I told her I was just like, I was like, hi, my name is Jessica. I was like, oh my God, I'm fangirling because I love her music. And she's like, oh my God, how did you know my music? And I was like, we play your music at the radio station that I'm co-host with. She's like, you co-host with Frank. And I was like, yeah. She's like, oh my God, I was like kind of fangirl. Because I do love her music. Yeah. And she's like, yeah, Frank was telling me I need to, send him my stuff and get together. I was like, if he's telling you that, you might want to go on.
Yeah, just come on.
Go on and do that.
Better make it some podcasts today.
We need business cards. We need 5716 business cards with the QRC code on it.
Yeah, the QRC code gotta be updated. The ones we have, we gotta buy that.
Huh?
You gotta buy that. So I gotta buy that. What that cost a month?
For what?
The QRC codes, they don't work.
They don't work right now. Okay. So that's awkward. Oh, so it was just like a one-time thing? Like that's what?
It'd be the guy said so for me. Because I don't be.
Oh!
Listen to me. It'd be the guy. That's all right. No, yeah, because, so. All right. It'd be the guy say so for me. Listen, I don't know. I just be, I'm in shock about that.
Like, he spoke.
He spoke.
I was like,
the
text came in. Because I was actually looking at iPads.
Gotcha.
Because they got some refurbished ones on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
And I was like, I might have to, just do Uber and Lyft a couple of days, try to get like 2.
Yeah, I was telling you, I remember the plug. The plug had it for 100. I was like, get a few just so
He's like 65, 70.
Yeah, because I can, with the, then again, I make, I'm a hard thing. I know that with Switcher, I was like, just internet here. What was the vaccine conversation?
Right.
With Switcher, everybody had their own camera. And I would just control the listener when you're talking. I can do that just to give it more of a personal feel. When we were watching, it's like the one shot. It just gets boring.
Right.
It's about putting it on you when you're talking. Bigger crowd goes just on you. Yeah. Boom. Then coming back to us as a whole, then going to whoever I guess is.
And you need an iPad for that.
And the iPad would be good for that, and or getting people to really work in here, but it's all gonna come together.
Yeah. Because I was like, okay, try to look for more refurbished or like put something later. Do you do that?
Yeah, they do. I haven't tried a little way. You know what they used to do, figure it out.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you know what I can do actually, honestly, and I have never even tried. I don't like it because it sounds really dumb, but it makes sense at the same time. Well, like windshield or whatever.
They charge more.
I know. I already know.
They charge more. Like I would rather do like a figure hut or like put like 2 in layaway and just pay on it every couple of weeks than if you wanted a brand new. Because like I said, I've been looking. I saw some nice 165. If you would like to sell to the radio station,
yeah. I know. Daniel got me the decal. I had to renege on them. I gotta go home, go to Office Depot. People trying to go through was like a new printing place, but they couldn't get my stuff right for me. I'm gonna go Home Depot today.
Okay, because that's what I asked. I was like, "Do we get the decal here?"
Yeah, I tried to go last week. They said they put it in the print, but then they sent me the proof, and the proof didn't look good.
Gotcha.
So I just sent another different proof, and it was still the same. It was still the same. So I'm gonna go try to go to Home Depot. And I know I'm gonna say Office Max, but
I was about to say Office Depot.
Office Depot. Yeah. Office Depot, and see if they can help me with the blinding and everything, and get that for this window here.
Yeah.
And then I need to get palm cards. So I probably ought to pay for that. I'll go back to that link, update that.
Yeah.
And put the palm cards on there, the logo, something, and just have palm cards on the front and then on the back.
Just in case you guys are wondering, it's Terry Mason. I'm gonna see it playing on the radio. Yeah. Since we can't play it, you gonna see it. You gonna see it.
Right.
But yeah, because I was gonna ask about the decal, but yeah, like I, just trying to consult the Lord about where this money is supposed to go, because obviously it wasn't going where it's supposed to.
Listen, that's all we had a whole plan.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, all right, God, it's on you. Say that. It's on you.
I was like, okay, like next week. I'm lying. I was gonna say next week I was gonna pick up a couple of days where Uber and Lyft. I think I'm lying. Let me look at my schedule. Oh, I'm clean lying. So probably just Wednesday. But like, just kind of like put some stuff. But I was like,
yeah, I gotta get you the BCG joints recorded so you can start adding them to
the ones I post on my page.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like doing that on your page, also doing it on TikTok. Like do it up.
Yeah, I'm not good at TikTok. So.
Yeah, TikTok is really, you ain't got to do nothing but upload. Just upload. If it's less than 3 minutes, just upload it.
Yeah.
Just upload it. Just upload it. Upload it. Just upload. Once one video hits, they'll just be like, oh, you can watch everything else. But you should do that.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, because like I had to take care of the necessaries. Like I had to. I was like, okay, guys, in my time. Oh, okay, so boom. Right. Remainder of January, boom. Remainder of February. Oh yeah, my joint went up in March. Boom. So I know they like, dang, right. Yeah. I was like, well, that was a solid 300 right there. Just go. But yeah, guys, so I'm not funny with me like that. Because I know what it's like to be on the other side of that, when God told somebody to move. Mm-hmm. And they like,
oh, y'all can't, some niggas like, oh, y'all told me to say, you said what? Oh.
He said, huh? God shouting out the hootie hoo for me? I'm not mad at you. Yeah. I'm all about the spiritual. Woo! Right. Oh. Lord. Okay, I'll just work to 3 o'clock. And then I'll go home and rest. I literally just need to sleep today. Yeah. Oh, I need to put out this sermon. I want to see it. I want to see it. Where do you? This is a general question.
Yeah.
But since there's like 3 of us in the room right now, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, yeah, 2000 and what?
2020.
2020, what? 2026.
26. If we still here.
You're talking far as which way?
Career-wise.
Career-wise, at that point, I'll probably be engulfed in ministry, more so probably full-time, doing this in the morning from remote locations. By that time, Fire Services Radio will have employees who knows how to do board operations, know how to record, know how to do different functions. So in that year's time, I'll be able to be engulfed in ministry, and I think our family will probably be in our growth development home by that time. I believe I got another year probably written out, if the Lord's will. Then again, maybe not yet, but and successfully executing that, I believe that my children he'll be 5. They'll be 5 and 4. My Lord Jesus. Just giving them really a successful life and career, financially more than financially stable. Financially successful, definitely a distribution center. I also see myself just discipling men through the journey of personal experiences and helping them to become who they are in their totality. 5 years, I am 30. She's 8.
You only 33?
Yeah.
Yo, I am failing as a sister.
What?
I thought you was like 34, 35. I thought you were only a couple of years behind me. That's really aggravating. Yo, like my spirit was just like, what?
You know what's crazy? What's crazy when you ask that question is because one of the things that gets you a head start. And if you are elders, that's one of your guys' project is projecting what life looks like for you in 5 years. Because, I remember in college, I had to do a criteria vitae. And we had to project where we would be at. I think it was 5 years, it might have been 10. And I currently occupy what I wrote then. I'm in it now. I wrote it then with limitations of where I was at then.
Right.
But I'm in it now, as far as elder, as far as being married with a family, even to the radio station. I thought I would be at Buffalo, but I said, oh, actually, I'm legit in it. So that's what I'm going to need to do again, though. Because when you know where you're going, and then you map out the possibility of how. That's the reason why I say the possibility of how is because you really don't know how everything flows together, but have an idea and making that pursuit to get there. Yeah, because this ain't it.
If you're just joining, I was asking all of us in the room, whether you online or not, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years.
Frank gave me a very detailed description of where he sees himself in 5 years. I'd be a graduate I graduated from graduate school because I'm planning to do that in 2022, right? 2024. So I do see. I'll be a graduate. 3 years into my successful career. Mm-hmm. So I would be setting up virtual offices. Mm-hmm. Because I don't see myself having a physical office quite yet. I do see myself married. Said this 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. I see myself married. I don't know about children. Because I'm starting to get real comfortable being kidless. Ministry wise, definitely freedom movement on the go. I see that in the next 3 years actually. Mm-hmm. Freedom movement on the go. Blue by J. Cherie definitely launched. Mm-hmm. Can't steal it because it's mine. Sneaker line or shoe line definitely launched. Engulfed in ministry. I don't see myself doing anything outside of therapy and ministry. Hopefully my book release. Mm-hmm. Well, 1 or 2 book release. One released, another one coming. Yeah. As far as a release, definitely and probably in the townhouse because I don't feel committed to a house right now. Mm-hmm. Looking how I want to look, wardrobe, head to toe, and financially secure. But ministry, all I see is ministry and therapy. Yeah. Like the clothing business is gonna be prevalent, but 5 years from now, ministry and like I see a lot being on lots of planes. Mm-hmm. Because I'm gonna be traveling a lot. I don't really feel like I'd be in one space for a really long time. And smaller. Jesus. Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, I gotta invite your mom to pick up put my order in. She was like, Queen, I was thinking about you the other day because I saw your post. Come on, Queen. Oh, I forgot I was supposed to stop by her house last night. My bad, Mama Ross. She didn't send me her picture. Did she? Yes, she did. She did send me her picture. So if you're on here, what do you see yourself in 5 years? Let us know. Okay. 24:34. It's Jessica. Come back. There you go. You sound like me. Okay. We're doing local topics. Can you come back and you knock out? I gotta look at my time sheet at work. I want to be there because one of my co-workers is his last day today. And I kind of just feel like I need to be present for that. Yeah. Cool. 20 seconds.
Can't stop the shining. Can't stop the shining. Can't stop the shining. Fire 716 your boy Big Frank. Like to the Big Frank in the morning. Uncle J. Cherie rocking with me. It's really a vibe. That was Wyclef. We trying to stay alive. Okay. Yes. So quick local news as the police roll by, sipping on whatever she's sipping on. I don't know. She happened to be in front of the window. 3 people were rushed to the hospital in Buffalo, Batavia after a thruway crash. Also, a man gets 7 years for attempted sex with a juvenile. What is happening?
Yeah, and another person related to that story just got 15 years for actually having sex with a dude.
Jesus. Yeah. Oh my God. Niagara Falls Memorial Medical Center to renovate their 10th Street parking facility. So, just to add to that story, a few months ago, somebody showed a picture of like a broken water pipe, just gushing out water for like a long time. But I think it was a drain pipe, and it was just gushing out water, and like, there was no attempt to fix it. Memorial Hospital, they've had homeless people in there. We've had people in there commit murder. Like it's been like crazy. Like security got to walk through there all the time to clear out riff raffs. So it's not really safe in the parking spot. So whatever renovations they do, I pray that it is more secure and safe. Because the way they got it right now, just not it. So that's some local news. I think there was a shooting yesterday, possibly. But what I listened to this morning that I'm forgetting about. Nothing. He's always in the morning. I listen to the news. I get up in the morning, put on the news, listen to the news.
That is not old. That is being aware.
And then listen to TMZ, and then Larry. You go, okay, we'll say a little system in the morning.
Because there's a lot of activity going on as far as crime with Buffalo, and specifically Buffalo and Tonawanda, where it's hard to just limit the articles because like there was a couple of shootings yesterday in Buffalo.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to do a positive segment at some point.
Yeah,
because the like I said, the media does what they do, they report, but it's more negative news than it is positive news. So when we post, shooting, death, shooting, and there's more going on, being more community conscious as well, because that is the goal of the station. So, look out for some more content regarding that. But it's going down, y'all. Big Frank in the morning, Jay Cherie, it's going down. When we come back, we're going to get our final thought. Don't go nowhere. Let us encourage, inspire you, lift you up, if we can carry you, right here on fire. 716 Big Frank in the morning. She about to cuss at you. Janae Yako, she always cussing me. I'm even in trouble. Oh, we all right. Because sometimes this music, man, y'all, trying to be in the production end, try your best to get the best version of the music, and sometimes 3-6 of them just slip in there. Like, what is happening? I could be. Listen to every song is exhausting. You just can't. I got over 2,000 songs in the system.
I really want to know when it just been when it became okay to just put all kinds of cussing on the radio. Like I remember, I think it was Kiss. It was Be Okay. It was a Be Okay movie, and this song, it was 7 o'clock in the evening, and the song legit dropped F-bombs, and I was like, yo, where is the radio version of this song?
The FCC regulations have moved, and they've allotted more vulgarity. Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy. I'm little kids is in the car, and it's this bitch you over, and I'm like, okay, we out here telling people you gonna do things to them from the back, dropping F-bombs. Oh, okay.
Crazy.
All right, this is where we at.
But I've been having the hood tolerance. We can't take too much vulgarity.
Yeah. Let me do the math, because I'm really debating my role today. I feel like trash. So if I did 2, 3, 4.5. Oh, it's not much of a difference. Yeah, I'm gonna email Maggie and tell her I am super sick. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, the pay period is March 18th. So you submitted for approval, right? Yeah, this is talking me right now. Oh, we good. Nobody right now.
Did you as well?
Let me look. Let me check. Oh yeah, they kicked us off.
They just did that.
Oh, that's why there's nobody on there. Okay. What did they hear?
And on YouTube.
Huh?
And on YouTube.
We're not on YouTube over there?
Well, that's yesterday.
No, we still active on YouTube.
23 subscribers, which is so free.
Mm-hmm. I need to go to school to print out my sermon because I ain't got no ink.
You real laptop up there. God says, now.
I don't like that because if I get real passionate, I ain't trying to break my laptop.
God says that even when look, go ahead and grab the mic, walk around the podium and say, fresh down. And Lord, God, shit, God. Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey!
I wish I printed a word because I would just printed it here.
I know, I gotta get one. I'm putting one for this lady.
Okay. Okay, give me your number.
It is 2 o'clock. I'm gonna go. Gotta change clothes.
There's a library near my house. Okay. Because that's what I was doing. I was emailing my boss. Because them extra little 4.5 hours, they're going to do, the tax is going to take that.
Too many
Oh, Jesus. Okay. mean, the Donovan library should be open. I just need to print this out. How? We still have leaders up there? It says we have 3 people. How?
You know, sometimes you don't have to question the Lord. I don't know.
Did you say sometimes you don't have to question the Lord?
Yeah, that's what they said. That makes sense. You, me, and you. Or you, me,
oh,
you,
somebody moved over to YouTube, probably.
First, I want to see your boy freaking like to the Big Frank in the morning. What it is, what's up? Listen, my homie Jay Shree still with me, man, this morning, rocking out. Yo, she real faithful, real dedicated, real determined, real consistent. Definitely a perseverer. But what is your word of wisdom for the people today?
Oh, well, first I wanted to give love to the family of Jerry Livingston.
Yeah.
Buffalo legend has passed away, so we're definitely going to be holding his family up in prayer because he has made a serious impact on this community. So wanted to shout him out. My final thought is really stop being blindsided by your emotions.
Yeah.
Living in your emotions is going to continue to be inconsistent and unproductive. So in this season and dispensation of your life, stop being so governed by your emotions. Trust the process. Trust the Lord, and know that everything is going to work out. That's it. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. How many peppers did Peter Piper? Mind your business. Okay? You know, at this point, you're like, stop trying to figure out what everybody else is doing, how they had to figure it out. Listen, in this season of your life, trust God, obey his instructions, and do what you're supposed to do. And just trust God sincerely, because success is your portion. But you're so worried about how somebody else doing it, how they did it, how it can work out, and trying to compare. Don't compare. Just be obedient. Okay? That's my word for you over the weekend. Cheers to the weekend.
Yes.
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
It's going down 576 ready, your boy Big Frank. Holla.
Ladies. All right, y'all. We will see you guys Monday.